Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Razovy, and today I want to talk about an awesome manga called Akane-banashi. Now, before we start, because I just know a lot of you are gonna ask me, what app is this? How can I use this app? Where can I get this app? I just know people are gonna do that, which is fine. I get that you want to know. It's just that I made a video about this already, so I'm gonna link it in the pinned comment, so you can just click on that one and go to that video. Now, anyway, last time we talked about this one right here, this manga. I'll also link to that one, so because I genuinely think, a lot of people should read this one, and they aren't, so you should definitely check that one out. But without further ado, let's actually go and talk about Akane-banashi. Now, this manga is actually quite cool. The reason that it's quite cool is because it's about something that frankly, I think a lot of people as well, who have never really heard of the thing that this story is about. So basically, it's about a Japanese type of storytelling, and this type of storytelling is something that I have only experienced once. It's called Rakugo, and when I was living in Japan, I went to this Rakugo show. I didn't really understand it at the time. My Japanese wasn't as good at that point in time. I think if I would go now, I would understand it, because my Japanese is okay now. But at the time, my Japanese, I guess, was just not good enough to really get the jokes and all that kind of stuff. But basically, the point of Rakugo is that it's kind of like like a comedy show by one person in this case. So it's just one person acting out all of the different characters, and that's it. And it's actually, a lot of people seem to really enjoy it at the time. But like I said, my Japanese was not good enough, so I didn't really get it. But we actually follow this girl, who you can see right here, and her father. And her father actually used to be. These are not major spoilers, don't get me wrong. It's this like first couple of chapters. But her father used to be really good at Rakugo, and he actually tried to make his living out of just doing Rakugo. And his daughter, inspired by him, wanted to do the same. She would always listen and look at him when he would practice and all that kind of stuff, which you can also see right here. And she loved it. Okay, she was intrigued by the whole thing. She thought it was very cool. Eventually, though, her father goes to this show and he performs, and it was kind of like, who's going to win this show? And her father is not accepted into this special Rakugo place. So he decides, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to get a normal job to support my family, which is, not necessarily a bad decision. However, as you can imagine, his daughter is not very happy about the whole thing. She believes that her father made the wrong decision and now wants to become a Rakugo performer as well. That's the basic premise of this story. That's it. Of course, there's a lot more going on, and the further you get into the chapters, the more you'll figure that out. But in the basics, that's what's going on. We find a girl who wants to become a Rakugo performer, and of course there's drama around it and all that kind of stuff, cool characters, but in general, that's what this is. Now, I can imagine that for a lot of people, this might not seem very interesting, and the reason that I think that, because it's about something that not a lot of people seem to know. But just treat it as like trying to become a stand-up comedian in Japan. Just treat it that way. It's a slice of life story, and I genuinely think a lot of people will like it, unless you're not into slice of life stories. If that doesn't speak to you, okay, fair enough. You're not gonna like this either. But for everyone else who can enjoy slice of life stories, I genuinely think this is a good manga. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to click on the like button, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.